Good afternoon. So it's Monday lunchtime, and I'm just actually on a very rare Monday working from home day, so I'm just trying to get some miles in at lunchtime today, which is nice. So kind of week 2 of Chicago training, and I am going to be aiming to do, I don't know, probably around 35 miles this week. A bit tricky with work, so my work patterns are a little bit less predictable this week, as I'm actually out and about. So I'm up in Rotherham tomorrow, Tuesday, Macclesfield Wednesday, and then I'm in London Thursday, Friday. So I'm going to have to be quite disciplined around trying to fit my running in this week, but yeah, that's the plan anyway. So easy run this lunchtime, then probably some intervals later in the week. Reasonably quick parkrun Saturday. I think we're going to go maybe to Leybourne Lakes, which is a flat one. Try and do that. Aim for hopefully sort of in and around mid-19s, but who knows. I haven't run an all-out parkrun for a little while, so I'm not entirely sure where my fitness is at. But yeah, so that's the plan. Probably try and do sort of 4 miles this lunchtime. Get back, get showered, and get back to my desk. But yeah, so here's to week 2 of Chicago Marathon training. So I'm not sure how much of this you'll actually be able to hear, because it is quite windy. But I've just come down to Norland Park, which is where parkrun is held, or Rotherham Parkrun, just for a little loop of the lake, because it's quite nice and flat. And as I said, my aim is to keep my run fairly easy, heart rate in zone 2 as much as possible. Just as I said, I'm still in this kind of base building phase where, yeah, I'm doing a little bit of speed stuff, but the majority really is just, like I said, to try and get my my sort of aerobic base in a good place before I kind of kick on with some more sort of specific training in 3 or 4 weeks' time. So yeah, just a nice, beautiful, leisurely day. The sun is finally shining. It was absolutely hammering it down this morning. Yeah, you can see the little boating lake, which I've never done actually, but I think maybe it's one thing we should do, given that we've lived in Tunbridge Wells for nearly 5 years, or nearly 6 years now. So yeah, there we go. Let's see a load of geese, all behaving themselves for now, but occasionally they can get a bit giddy and get onto the path, but they seem pretty calm, pretty chilled today. Yeah, you're not allowed dogs off lead around this part of the park, but there are areas sort of further away because they don't want dogs running after geese and scaring them. But yeah, it's a really nice day now. Lovely. And I think, looking at the forecast, it's going to be amazing for the next sort of 10 days, 2 weeks. So if that's the case, then happy days. So final stretch again of the run. I've done about 3.8 miles, so it's about 6k there or thereabouts. I've got probably another half a mile to go, so it might be circa 7k by the end of the run. It's felt really nice to actually be like properly easy, so my heart rate's been great, currently 130s, which I haven't managed to hold for a long time, really, since Boston and the injuries and things. Like, ideally I'd want to bring all my easy runs in kind of, you know, low to mid 130s. So yeah, spiked a couple of times with hills and whatnot, but I've been really pleased and quite disciplined in terms of actually keeping it easy today, which has been nice. So, and I wonder if that's got anything to do with the fact I've come out a bit later, fueled a bit better, so yeah, who knows. Yeah, when I do my sort of morning runs, I tend to run fasted, so no breakfast, even on the sort of 10-11 mile runs. So as I said, I do wonder whether it's got something to do with that, probably, but either way, yeah, it's felt good today, so it's nice. Go back to my desk, feel more energised for the afternoon, and I've got my first run of the week done. pride of place in the kitchen. Yeah, so missed my connection at Sheffield. My train from London to Manchester was about 15 minutes late, so I've now got a lovely 45-minute wait at Sheffield before I'm going to Rotherham. But just got some coffee at the local place, which is very nice. So I'll have that, and then away I go. So this is what £65 gets you in Macclesfield Travelodge Central. Yeah, I mean it's pretty basic, isn't it? You've got a standard size double, maybe a little bit bigger, I'm not sure. A desk, a few hangers, but no real wardrobe. A tiny TV, and then what is a pretty bog standard shower, toilet, bathroom setup. So yeah, I mean it's basic, but thankfully I'm only here for one night. So I'm here with work, so I was in Rotherham this afternoon, got the train across just now, so it's about 20 to 7. I'm just about to go meet my boss for dinner in our Macclesfield office tomorrow, and then back home tomorrow night when hopefully, yeah, should be back about 8 o'clock, but I'm going to try and go for a run in the morning, so try and get up, 6:30ish, get out for 7. I've done a few routes around here before, so it is a little bit hilly, but that's fine. So yeah, and it's gonna be a nice day tomorrow, so I'm trying to get out before it gets too hot. But yeah, so this is my evening. It's Tuesday night now. Run Wednesday morning, and then I'll have to play the rest of the week by ear because I'm in London Thursday and Friday. But yeah, it's not the most glamorous of rooms, but it'll do. It's got a bed, and yeah, hopefully I'll get some sleep. Right, off for dinner with my boss. I'm going to bring my GoPro, whether I film anything or not, who knows, but yeah. So good morning from Macclesfield. So I just started my run, 6:45am. Going to do about 7 miles this morning. I've used the Strava route, so hopefully it'll take me along paths, etc. But I guess we'll wait and see. So yeah, see you later. So went out for a curry with my boss. It was an early one, to be fair. We got out at like 6:45 and was home by 8:30. It wasn't actually a particularly great curry, to be fair. I had my usual, which is like a lamb danstag, with some rice and a naan, but yeah, it certainly wasn't like any danstag I'd had before, and it was sort of luminous yellow. Very interesting, but yeah, it's nice. I didn't catch up with my boss, so I've got a fairly good relationship with him, so, and then just chilled, did a bit of editing last night, and yeah, took it easy. So yeah, basically I've got about an hour this morning, so it doesn't have to be too hard, but I'd like to kind of get it done in the hour, so it gives me time to get back, get changed, and then meet my boss before going into the office. So and then a full day in Macclesfield, and then on the train home tonight, so should be home about 8:30. Long couple of days, but it is what it is. Right, so that is run done in Macclesfield. Just over 7 miles, 7.2 miles, so about 11.5k-ish. Felt pretty good actually. Legs were turning over well. I averaged about 7:40 per mile. So again, it's probably 4:45 to 4:50 per k. But I actually ramped up like the last 3, I think the 3 miles were all in an early 7 or sort of early 7-minute miles. So probably like 4:20ish per k. So yeah, all good. I am now going to get showered and get changed, and then like I said, I'm into the office. It's only like a 10-minute walk from here, and then back home tonight. But yeah, that was really encouraging actually. Like I felt good. My heart rate felt pretty consistent. There were a few hills, but like it wasn't super hilly, and I managed to sort of control my pace, control my heart rate. Yeah, so feels like maybe my fitness is starting to come back. The litmus test will obviously be when I try and do like a hard 5k or a hard 10k over the next few weeks. But yeah, that was good. Feel good. Ready to go and attack the day. Good morning. So back in Tunbridge Wells. Got back about 8:15 last night. Had some very quick dinner watched a bit of TV and then went to bed. So not an awful lot going on in my life at the moment. But I'm out early, so it's just before 6 a.m. Because I'm in London this morning and I've kind of, it's a Thursday, I've got to be in at normal time, so I need to be at my desk for sort of 8:15. So yeah, a little bit pressed for time this morning, but the plan is to try and do a bit of a mini interval session. So I'm just kind of doing a gentle warm up through the woods up to the main road. I'm going to try and do like a 4x1k, I think. I think there's a stretch of road that is roughly a k, so I'm going to try and do that, just because I haven't really done any speed work this week. So yeah, it should be fun. And then I don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow. Again, in London, so pressed for time, I might have to come out early again, but we'll see. Don't get me wrong, I'm not usually a pre 6 a.m. runner, and particularly not in the winter, but I started a new job about 3 months ago and it's been crazy, so this is one of the only times I can run during the week. So yeah, anyway, finish warm up and go and do some reps. So interval session done. Yeah, funny doing it like first thing in the morning. I don't think I've done that very often before, but the section that I chose was actually pretty much bang on a k, which was really useful. Tailored to halves though, sort of slightly downhill with a bit of tailwind on reps 1 and 3, and conversely slightly uphill with a bit of headwind for reps 2 and 4. So I think reps 1 and 3 were around 345-ish per k, and reps 2 and 4 were sort of 352 to 354, so fine. Given that, you know, I'm not fueled, I've not really had any water this morning and it's pretty early, I'm happy with that. So I'm now just cooling down home, get home for about 6:30ish, and then the usual shower, rinse, repeat. Yeah, get to London. So, but yeah, good session, pleased with that. And as I said, not really sure what I'm going to do tomorrow, but then parkrun, I think we might try either the new, well not a new one, but new to us, just Squerryes Winery, or we might go to Leybourne Lakes and I might attack it, but that is TBC. So yeah, anyway, right, beautiful day again. I think we're going to have a bit of heat wave for the next few days, so which is good if I get out early, not so much if I get out later, but yeah, anyway, see you later. Good morning, happy Friday. So yeah, out early again, just before 6. That was the kind of only time that I thought I could get out today, because I'm in London again. I got a busy day, so yeah, I thought get out after intervals yesterday, sorry. My legs are okay, but a little bit heavy, so just an easy run for me this morning. 4 miles-ish, I think, so that'll take my total so far to about 20 miles Monday to Friday, and then I'll probably do sort of 15-ish this weekend, so 35, slight increase from last week, which is good, which is what I was after. So yeah, this weekend I think we're going to do Squerryes Winery parkrun tomorrow, because that's a new one we've never done before. Apparently there's a nice cafe and farm shop. And then Sunday 10-11 miles. Yeah, nothing too silly, before I do a bit of work on my coaching qualification, because I've got my assessment at the end of August. So yeah, that's how my weekend looks. So right, crack on, nice easy run home for 6:30, usual shower, bus, train, work. So they've got sort of timing cars, so 21 minutes and faster, 22 minutes and faster, 26 to 30 and 31 plus. So everyone kind of lines up in the place of their predicted finish time, which is quite good. So yeah, this is Squerryes Winery. Looking forward to it. It's warm, it's already kind of like 21, 22 degrees I think. So it's going to be a warm one today, but I'm going to sort of run to feel, see how I feel. Hopefully sort of between, I don't know, 20 and 22, depending on how it all goes. Yeah, but I'm here with Claire and Luke. There they are. So yeah, 3 of us here today. Yeah, so I'll let you know how it goes. I'm going to film it on my chesty, so you'll be able to see the route. And then we'll regroup again.
Squerryes Winery parkrun number 229.
I'm in total no man's land here. Big group ahead, no one behind me. Well done, Gareth. Thank you. It's pretty rutted on here. Oh, yeah. Thanks guys, thank you. Thanks. Cheers, thanks mate. Cheers, thank you. Morning. Thank you both, have a nice day. So Squerryes Winery done. I actually don't know what's finished and it's probably around early 20s I think. I'll find out in a bit when I actually finish my run. Yeah, pretty exposed, pretty rutted. Went out a little bit hot, as in fast, and it was a little bit hot. But yeah, I'll take that. That probably sort of humbled me a little bit fitness-wise. But yeah, you can't account for the heat necessarily, and it was pretty rutted, so I was fairly mindful of my feet. It was on trail rather than road, so yeah, I think on the whole, I think that's all right. I still think that puts me in a reasonable position. I could probably knock 30 seconds off that, if not a bit more, on a flat road 5k. So yeah, right, let's see if we can find Claire. Here she is. Well done. Well done. Oh, beaten by a sprint finish. Well done. Good morning. Sunday morning, about 8:45, so not too early. Out for my 10 miler. So yeah, we're going to take it very, very easy this morning. Nothing particularly strenuous. Had a nice day yesterday when we got back from parkrun. We actually had a 40th birthday photo shoot, which Claire and I turned 40 at the back end of last year. But her dad and stepmom bought us a 40th birthday like photo shoot thing, which we'd not managed to find a date for. So we did that yesterday with all those guys, which was really nice. And then we had some friends around last night. So we had some friends over for a pizza last night, which was great. So I stopped filming then because a couple of cyclists were asking me directions. So yeah, where was I? Yeah. So yeah, we had some friends over for pizza and a few drinks last night. Haven't really been drinking recently, but had a couple of glasses of wine and a beer last night, so that was nice. And yeah, so like I said, 10-ish miles this morning. That'll take me to kind of 34, 35 for the week. So yeah, slowly ticking it up, which is good. So we're about 7 and a bit K into the run, so coming up to sort of halfway. I'm just running out through kind of an area called Rustball. Bit of traffic on this, is quite a main road. Out towards Langton, and I'll turn Langton Green, and I'll turn round. This route's quite flat, which is quite nice, which is the way I do it. Tunbridge Wells is sort of notoriously hilly, but this is about as flat as you can get, kind of running around here. So it's nice just to get a bit of a consistent pace. Yeah, heart rate's still pretty easy running, sort of between 8 and 8 minute 30 per mile, so between sort of 5 and 5:15, I guess. Okay, but it's feeling pretty good. So yeah, so far so good. So that's the end of the run. Well, a little bit left, but that's just 11 miles just gone. So 17.5 K. So by the time I'm home, probably be about 18 K. It felt really good actually. I've controlled my heart rate, just adjusted my paces up the hills just to try and keep it in zone 2. Yeah, I'm really pleased with kind of how things have gone this week actually. So yeah, that'll be about 35 miles for the week, just over 50k. And yeah, legs feel good, cardio wise I feel good. Yeah, happy days. Like I said, hopefully I'm not speaking too soon, but it's nice to be 13 weeks out and kind of feel like I'm in a good place. So a couple more weeks of base building, get that mileage up to sort of 40, 45, and then kick on with a bit more specific sort of marathon pace work. And yeah, but yeah, really good, really pleased. Home now, Claire's out all day. I'm looking after Ted, our dog, and our sister-in-law's dog. It's quite cool, it's quite overcast. I thought it was meant to be nicer than this, but we'll take it. So yeah, go home, chill, do some coaching prep, and enjoy the rest of the day. So that is week 2 of my Chicago Marathon training complete. So I have done just over 35 miles, so sort of 52, 53k I think for the week, which is a bit of a step on from last week, which is great. Got out 6 days this week, so the only day I didn't manage to run was Tuesday, which was when I was up in Rotherham. That feels like a long time ago already. But yeah, it's been a pretty good week on the whole. I think I've been consistent. I've been pleased with how my legs have been feeling, with how my sort of cardio's been feeling. Had a reasonably good park run yesterday at Squerryes Winery, so ran 20:11 in the end, but it probably wasn't like an all-out effort. Like it was up there. It was probably sort of an 8.5 out of 10, but it wasn't like a lung-busting complete sort of blowout. and it was all trail and it was a bit rutted, so yeah, but as I said, I was pleased with that. And then today I did just under 12 miles in the end actually, so I did a little bit longer than I planned. But again, my aim for today was zone 2, so I was basically just running to heart rate. So making sure that I was in zone 2 for the majority of the run. And I think 97% of the run, according to Strava, was in zone 2. I used my Coros heart rate monitor up on my bicep, so it's pretty accurate. I've worn chest straps before, but I find that they rub and I get sores, and they're not the one. But I really like the Coros heart rate monitor on my bicep, and it seems to be pretty accurate as well. So yeah, so good zone 2 run today, just under 12 miles. Week ahead, so I'm in London 4 days again this week, but I think I'm going to try and get out before work again when I can, when I'm commuting. Home Thursday, so I'll do a session with Ian, either intervals or hills. I can't remember what we've got in the plan for him. And then yeah, parkrun again next week. So I've done 87 parkruns now, so 13 to go for the big 100 and 13 weeks to Chicago. So I may well be able to tie it in with my 100th being in Chicago if the stars align and it works out timing wise. I haven't quite worked it out yet, but that would be nice if I could do that. But yeah, positive, really good week. 35 miles, building up, legs feel good, no niggles at the moment, which is nice. So just need to make sure I'm not pushing it too much. And yeah, and it's like I said, I think it's going to be a bit cooler this week as well. So hopefully that should be a bit more conducive to running. But onwards and upwards, good week, and 13 weeks to go.